How about I just shot this entire video and forgot to plug the mic in? Sorry about the audio, I'm a complete joke. Little special episode today, we got a 3-gamer. How's that? How's that for value? Welcome back to Recaps. This is episode 8 of Recaps, and like I said in the intro, this one's a little bit different because the Capitals played 2 back-to-back noon games. I just didn't have time to get the video out before the third one, so I'm going to cover their last 3 games in this one, so how's that? Rapid fire here, game 1. Something I did before, I got that little notification on the NHL app to do the virtual game day live thing for Washington. I figured why not try it, and I did, and it was actually kind of dope. Really caught me off guard. They kind of did it so it was like you were actually in the building before the game, so that was kind of cool. I'll probably keep doing that. So game starts, Buffalo's kind of all over Washington somehow. Connor Sherry decides to just not go for a puck, and Reinhart just ripped it from the blue line. I thought it went in. Even the goal light went off, so I'm not crazy for thinking that. The goal light guy thought it went in, but it hit the pipe, thank God, because that would have just been an insanely bad way to start the game. Then in the same shift, health bomb Jeff Skinner hit the post too, so it was like, this is an awesome start. Buffalo's a really good team, so that's a hot start. Then Connor Sherry's name again being mentioned. He comes down 2-on-1 with Lars Eller, gets a nice pass over, puts it on net, and Linus Ullmark makes arguably the save of the year on him. Like, I was rattled. He flew across like Spider-Man. It was insane. Who was Linus Ullmark and why is he making saves like this? Then Backstrom with a nice pass over to Vrana. Vrana hits the post. We're just hitting a lot of pipes this game, everybody. Then later in the first period, the Capitals go on the power play. Backstrom with a gross behind the back feed to Ovechkin, who's all alone, but Ullmark reads it. He stops it. Ovechkin pokes at it again. Backstrom finds it in front. He cleans up. A play that he started, he finished. This guy just stays hot. Capitals are up 1-0 at the end of the first in a game they probably shouldn't even be winning right now, which is not a good thing. This is Buffalo, guys. I've talked about them. It's Buffalo. Then in the second period, the Capitals take a penalty. It's Oshie takes a high stick, so that's not good. But then Tom Wilson just strips it from the Sabres at the blue line, goes in, and him and Nick Dowd have literally all day and then some. It's like Wilson and Dowd had rockets in their boots. They were gonzo. It was nuts. I don't know what happened. Anyways, Dowd's yelling at him, no, don't pass to me, which is kind of insane. Maybe give him an option since there's no D there to block the pass, and then hell, you can even feed it back if you want, but he just yells no. Wilson says okay, goes in, fakes forehand, goes backhand, slides it in. Pretty nice goal for Tom Wilson. You know that goon that everyone hates? Yeah, what a goon. Hate that guy. So bad at hockey too. Then Wilson picks up a brutal pass from the Buffalo defense, completely alone in front, pulls a Blake Como and just whips it backwards to nobody. It's like, come on, man, I'm defending you, talking about how good you are. This is just giving people ammo to fire at you, even though that cup ring probably shuts him up pretty quick. Ovi gets fed a couple more times. He can't bury. Seems like his one-timers aren't going in as much this year, so that's not good. Then Eller, Sherry, and Schultz, who have all just been legitimately buzzing. That Schultz signing, I'll get to that in a second. But anyways, Sherry finds an Eller rebound, puts in the back of the net for the second game against his former team. So this guy's got to be feeling on top of the goddamn world right now. And on this, it was Eller's 300th career points. So kudos to the Tiger. But yeah, people who said that Schultz signing were bad are going to have to shut up soon. Like, this guy has 8 points in his last 6 games at this point. He's just been a stallion for this team. Then Orlov takes a trip. Wilson almost gets the puck out, but can't quite. Victor Olofsson annihilates this puck. He ripped it in so hard. Washington can't secure the shutout for Vanacek, but that's just a lethal shot. Nobody's stopping that. Capitals win 3-1. Good start. I mean, they just beat Pittsburgh, so going on a little bit of a streak is never a bad thing, coming off a 4-game stink fest that they had before this. Also, the Sabres pulled their goalie, and John Carlson went to just take a slap shot on net, and Rasmus Dahlin blocked it with 2 seconds left. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna lose the game anyways. Why are you putting your life on the line like that? That's insane. Anyways, Capitals win, like I said, 3-1. On to the next one. Second game here against the Rangers. Vitek making his 13th straight start. That's 13 straight starts. That's not good in a shortened season. Early in the game, Wilson takes a puck to the face. Pretty sure the Capitals are setting a record with most pucks to the face in the season. It's actually getting out of hand. He leaves for a bit, but he'll come back. I'll bloodied and stuff. Caps get the power play, can't capitalize. They take their own power play, almost kill it off, and then take another one, which is just stop. On this power play, the Rangers score on a rebound. Kreider was all alone. Of course, he was going to score that. Bad luck, 1-0 Rangers. Wilson gets a decent chance. He's denied. Oshie makes this gross one-handed pass to himself. He's denied. And then Vanacek gets spun around real awkwardly on a wraparound. That looked not good. And luckily they didn't score, but geez, he's got to play that a little better. Overall, though, he was making a lot of big saves on a lot of Rangers chances because they were getting a lot of chances. Capitals are shorthanded. Dowd hits the crossbar. Nothing's working for him. And then Lafreniere is left completely alone in front. He gets a pass. Vanacek kind of overcommits, slides a little too hard. Lafreniere buries his second of the year. Rangers are up 2-0. Then less than a minute later, because again, can't stress this enough, the Capitals love getting scored on back-to-back. Jerome just puts one on net from the blue line, and it gets tipped in, and they score. They're up 3-0. Orlov comes in with heat, though, shoulders some guy off of him, comes in, rips it. He gets his first of the year with 45 seconds left in the second. Good to see him playing a little bit like the old Orlov. He has not been himself this year. I don't know what's going on. He's got that basement rink. This guy should be a tank. Third period, not much happens. Vanacek makes a pretty gross leg save on, I don't know who. I don't care. I actually missed part of this game. I had to drive back to school. I'm back at school, back at National Sports. So I actually missed this, but I watched the highlights. That was a pretty gross save by Vanacek. And then the Rangers score an empty netter. Mika Zibanejad, this guy loves scoring against the Capitals. Rangers win 4-1 in what Laviolette said he didn't think was a bad game. So I can't speak for it. I didn't actually watch the full game, but it's tough to lose to the Rangers again. And the final game of this 3-game series video thing, we have the New Jersey Devils. Back-to-back noon games. This one was at 2, but whatever. Noon games, matinee games. And we have Craig Anderson in net. We all thought Samsonov was going to get back in here. Uncle Pete said, nope, we got Craig Anderson coming in. Anyways, he's tested early, but makes some good saves. I know because I actually watched this game. So good recap guy. He saw this one. And 7 minutes in, Capitals have no shots. You're playing the Devils. You need some shots. Oh, did I mention they have Aaron Dell in net? Maybe test him. I don't know. I think JJ Regan tweeted that. Just test him. He's Aaron Dell. Jensen takes a high sticking penalty. Andreas Janssen does this weird little spin shot. Craig Anderson too slow to get it. Goes 5-hole. Don't know who to blame there, but whatever. It's 1-0 Devils. Hagelin gets a pretty good opportunity, but it's Hagelin, so it's not a good opportunity, and he doesn't score. With 2.5 minutes left in the first, the Capitals go on the power play. They don't score against, get this, the worst penalty kill in the last like 7 years, I think it is. Of 7 years, worst entire, and they didn't score. So thankfully that's the last time that happened, but go 4 for 4 next time, guys. It's the worst in almost a decade. Kuznetsov makes a pretty sick pass over to Ovechkin, who hits the pipe. That thing looked like it dented the post. He put everything into that. This poor guy should probably have more goals than he does, but granted he has like 711 of them, so I guess he doesn't need that many more. People are begging for 20. This guy's known to get 50, so I mean, it's hard to feel bad for him. He's just a little snake bitten right now, I guess, until later. Never mind, later in the game, I'll get to it. Then Dowd has a bad turnover. The Devils come back. Puck goes to Jack Hughes, who Dowd can't cover properly, and I don't even know how this goes in. He doesn't really even like shoot it. He just kind of shoves his stick forward. It pops over Anderson's glove. Devils are up 2-0. Jack Hughes was talking before the game. He's like, like people should call me a star. I'm gonna be a star or something. Like, man, you had like 21 points last year. I don't doubt that you're gonna be sick, but like, earn your stripes before you're talking like that, because that's insane. In the second, Miles Wood takes a jab at Anderson, and Chara grabs him, kind of feeding him, and then Wilson comes in and grabs him. Everyone's kind of all over him. It wasn't too bad. He just gave him one stick, but you love that those guys have his back, because it's Craig Anderson's first game with the team. They're going to be a little more extra protective, obviously. Chara and Wilson are two of the biggest scumbags to every hockey fan on Twitter, so they probably did not like that at all. Anyways, a little later on, Capitals get a power play. John Carlson just sees Oshie in front, takes a smart shot. Oshie, unreal hand-eye, of course, he tips it in. He snaps his 9-game goalless drought. Carlson looks good. No surprise there if you're me. Capitals dominate the rest of the second, but they can only get that one goal, so they're still down 2-1, but they're playing a hell of a lot better than they were in the first period. Then the Devils almost score early in the third. Ovi almost scores early in the third, but then eventually Dilly moves it over to Carlson. Carlson just rips it. I hate to pump this guy's tires every video, but like, you can chirp him all you want. He has like 14 points. He's so lethal. And like, it's not like he's a complete pylon in his own zone. Whatever. I've talked about this guy a lot. He's sick. Caps tie the game on his goal, 5-on-5. Kyle Palmieri takes a holding call. Capitals go back to the power play. Oshie collects a pass in front from Kuznetsov. Has time to fiddle with it before he shoots it. He puts it in. Capitals are up 3-2. Little side note here, I was obviously pumped the Capitals were coming back, but I was in a complete war in fantasy hockey that day. It was Sunday. The guy I was playing picked up TJ Oshie. He got 3 power play points. So TJ Oshie lost me the week basically, so that was such a bittersweet moment for me. It's like betting for the other team against Washington in a game. It's like if they win, you're happy, but you're also sad. And if they lose, you're happy, but you're also sad. This was exactly like that for me. Capitals take a penalty late, but then kill it off, and then they go on the power play with 3 minutes left. Backstrom behind the back feed to Oshie, who reaches out and finds Ovechkin the most backdoor. This guy was naked on the side. No one was covering him. Of course, he scores. He snaps a bit of a drought. I would genuinely be surprised if this guy doesn't kind of pop off a little bit because he's been so quiet this year, but I guess we'll see. Devils pull their goalie. Nikita Gusev scores, but that's going to be it for this one. Capitals win 4-3, secure the comeback, and secure 6 of a possible 8 points since their mess of a 4-game series where they lost in regulation. Things of note, like I said, dropping that one to the Rangers is tough because that's a team that I think they can beat, but 6 of 8 points is not bad since they came off that brutal series, but the schedule was a little weaker. I think they probably could have beat every team they played here. Another thing to note, tonight against Pittsburgh, Samsonov still isn't back. I said it today on the podcast, I don't think Laviolette trusts him yet because he said he might play some more games in Hershey. I don't think Laviolette's loving what he's seeing from Samsonov. That's obviously concerning. This guy is the future for the team, so hopefully he figures it out and earns Laviolette's trust because we need goalie help. We can't start Vitek 40 games and then throw Anderson in every now and then because that's just not going to win. That's just a complete recipe for disaster. And also against the Penguins tonight, Eller's on the first line, so Laviolette's really mixing things up. He wasn't liking what he was seeing and he's making changes. Something we complained about with Todd Reardon, this guy refused to make changes. Laviolette is the polar opposite. He is just mixing and mashing everything. He doesn't care. He'll play Backstrom on the third line when he has the most points on the team, obviously. So this guy just wants to win hockey games. He's not looking for goal records. He's not putting Ovi on with empty netters. This guy's just trying to find ways to win, which I guess you have to respect. But as a fan, I'd like to see Backstrom on the first line. Another thing to note, Capitals wearing these tonight for the first time, Screaming Eagle night. Penguins are also wearing their reverse retros, but those are kind of garbo anyways. So those are going to be sick to see. I'm pumped. I'll be wearing it. I'll be watching. Hope you guys will too. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next recap where I'll cover this upcoming Penguin series, which we talked about and think on the podcast is a must-win series. So I'll see you next time. Oh, also check the shop. We got sick hoodies like this and t-shirts and all that good stuff that you like to wear. Thanks for watching this rapid fire 3-game series video thing. Don't expect this again because I barely talked about the first 2 games that much. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm back in the National Sports parking lot. We back. Peace.